live on EA Sports, and it's a Windy City special in the booth. I'm Ed Cohen with the former Chicago Bull. It's Jay Williams.
And Ed, both squads are getting up last-minute shots. As a player, you never leave the court on a missed shot. A mixed shot always sets the right tone before the game.
All the work that's gone into this game about to be on full display here tonight. The pass taken away by the Clippers. Beverly knocks down the three.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Gordon with it. Down three. To Westbrook. Missed it. They weren't going to give that to him.
But you can't just be a one-dimensional player. I know you're probably frustrated by me even saying that, but when you don't even give the option to pass the ball by utilizing some head fakes or ball fakes here and there, you save the defender by keeping them on their toes with the element of surprise.
And he scores. Euro step into the rim, Jay.
Because in certain players' mind, it doesn't matter if they're amongst the trees or not. They're always going to be the giant in the paint.
Kawhi Leonard missed his first. That one goes.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Beverly. Man, that was a tough shot.
That shot was nice, but that pass, that was the real highlight. Good teams always find a way to get the best shot available.
Westbrook to Harden. Yes, when this guy's open, look out. Nearly automatic.
These breakdowns happen because a team lacks communication. You have to point towards your man, keep that butt towards the baseline, and make sure you communicate through every screen.
George, his first effort, off the mark.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
To Leonard. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Kawhi Leonard. 2 for 3 now here in the first. To P.J. Tucker. Harden matched up with Paul George. It goes down.
It just seems like one of three things happen every time James Harden has the ball. Either he scores, he gets fouled, or he kicks it out to someone for a three. Pick your poison.
Harden to P.J. Tucker. Kawhi Leonard tips it. Out of bounds the call off P.J. Tucker. Leonard. Textbook defense.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
And a whistle.
Timing was just a tad bit off.
Some lineup changes now for both clubs.
Into the game for the Los Angeles Clippers, number 23, Louis Williams.
Harden. To Westbrook.
Screen come, screen come. Don't let him split, don't let him split.
Harden. Shot clock violation. Leonard. He engulfed him that time.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
George. Harden's on him. Has a chance? Yes. And the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
To Harden. Westbrook. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
To Leonard. Kawhi Leonard. He's 3 for 7.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time.
Someone's not going to be happy about that. You have to be careful on the inbounds. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Screen coming. Well, leaves the defender in the dust. Kawhi Leonard swats it.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
And he's going to the line to shoot.
It's still early, so no real impact on that call. But you know that they're going to call this one tight, so you might want to keep your hands out of his pocket.
Paul George has got 2 shots coming. He's perfect from the line so far. Off the mark on the first free throw. Good bounce back. Hits his second. It's a 1-of-2 trip.
And number 14, Gerald Green.
Here's Harden, down low. Paul George sends it away. That's off of Leonard, out of bounds. Substitution being made in this one.
For the Houston Rockets, number 15, Clint Capella.
Going to launch beyond the arc. Rebounds taken down by Leonard. To Paul George. To the rim, lays it up and in.
And last year, it seemed like PG really had a difficult time finding that next level elite PG. No doubt about it, this year, he needs to be playoff P all day, every day.
Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups.
Number 1, Iman Shumpert.
Leonard to George. Deep 2 there, won't go.
You see, this is something that everybody has, but some people choose to use it or not. I'm glad you choose to use effort on getting around those screens.
Harden, no good. That's great defense.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Curling inside. Kenneth Faried rejects it. We're through one at Staples Center with the Clippers on top. Jay and I back to Southern California after this. You're watching the NBA on EA Sports. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. George buries the trifecta. Oh, that's out.
Out of here. It always looks cool, but guess what? You're still on D.
And they called the foul. Jay, he was there too late.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
James Harden, couple of free throws on the way. A career 85% free throw shooter. First one goes down. Able to convert on both free throws. To Paul George. Kenneth Faried sends it away.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Faried. And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
And a whistle.
His timing was a tad bit off.
Iman Shumpert, that's his first personal foul. Team foul number 1.
George here against Harden.
Here we go. That's me. I got ball.
To Leonard. For 3, and Kawhi Leonard. Good on the quick release there.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
To Harden. From long range. And James Harden knocks it down from 3.
I don't know how he saw his man out in the cut like that, but that was nice.
It's LA Clippers ball. Leonard. And he buries it. Bad pass there. Clippers have it.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
Great dish to set it up. And finishes strong.
Like my old coach used to say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's way too easy. Just keep attacking. It's easy money.
Harden with it up top. Trailing by 15. Screen coming. Harden, and they call it.
A simple touch foul.
To number 13, Paul George.
Looks like some substitutions are coming on in.
For the Los Angeles Clippers, number 23, Louis Williams.
James Harden. With that shot, he's 5 for 8. The challenge defending a guy who can be a 1 or a 2.
We're not old men talking about this game. We don't define players by positions anymore. Is he a 1 or is he a 2? No, he's James Harden. He is a scorer and an elite passer.
Gordon with it. Down by 15. And Jay, they call the foul.
Just a tic-tac foul.
Beverly, that's his first personal foul. Team foul number 3.
Baseline drive. And the finish at the rim.
It's almost like he had the defender on a string, and he's the puppet master.
Leonard. Off the mark. With defense like that, little margin for error.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
Throws it down. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
A big finish at the rim.
And no emotion, just that ice-cold stare. That's a sign of somebody who's here to compete.
Leaves his man in the dust and finishes at the rim.
I don't know what halftime evaluation will be worse, the ankles or the bruised egos.
Paul George to Beverly. You've got to get that one to go.
I agree, I thought there was a foul, but also it's all about your approach. You can't come down the lane and jump off one leg. It's called a power lift. Go off 2 legs and expect the contact.
Short jumper misses. Harden in possession. His team down 9. Here comes the screen. Harden. Great defense there, forcing the pickup, and they call it.
Those cat-like hands almost got a steal.
Shifting gears. Here comes some substitutions.
Los Angeles Clippers are in the penalty. Subbing in for the Los Angeles.
Tough make through traffic.
One of the best in the biz right there. Maybe the best.
To Leonard. Beverly. 3-second count.
For LA.
Harden into the front court. Right now, down 7. Here's a chance from long range. That's good D. Shot no good. To Leonard. Nothing going here on that drive. The monster stuff.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Nothing going here on that drive. To Beverly. Shot from the lane won't go. Oh, they called the foul.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
James Harden at the line for 2 shots. Hasn't missed yet. First free throw is good. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. George matched up with P.J. Tucker. misses with 2 seconds to go. That's it. First half has come to an end. The Clippers have the lead. Tight game through the first 2 quarters as we resume play here in the third. It's the Clippers with the possession now. Beverly had made his first couple, but he misses there. To Harden. Flushes it home.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
To Leonard. Lets it fly from long range. Kawhi Leonard is going to get 3 shots here. A career 84% free throw shooter. And he connects on the first free throw. Hits the second. 1 more coming. Takes advantage of the foul. 3 for 3 at the line. Oh, emphatic slam. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
A lot of contact. Shots no good, and no foul. Westbrook into the front court. His guys down 3. To Harden. Has a look. Harden shot, no good. Leonard. Oh, that's how it's done.
And it just seems like the defense has lethargic closeouts. You need to close out with more of a sense of urgency. Run them off the 3-point line. Make them take a tough 2 rather than an easy 3.
Harden. Fires the 3. Won't go down.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
It's good. And 1.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Leonard. He's been dialed in from long distance. That's now 5 threes for the game.
Nothing more painful than the next day watching tape, seeing the fact that he got 15 points off 3-point shots.
Westbrook to Harden. Runner's good there.
This is why I go back into player mode. If a dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
Strong finish for Paul George.
And when you get your prescription, you're taking medicine and you call it a day.
Harden. And the rebound taken in by George. Leonard. Nice pass to set things up. Turns and slams it down.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Westbrook to P.J. Tucker. Clippers have got it. To Leonard. Paul George fires. It's good. If you don't stand in his way, he's going to make you pay. It's James Harden once again. To the rim. The pass taken away by the Clippers. Leonard. Trying to cash in, count the basket.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
Los Angeles Clippers are in the penalty.
Russell Westbrook. He's got 2 shots coming. A career 81% free throw shooter. And he makes them both.
And number 5, Montrezl Harrell.
To P.J. Tucker. And a nice finish at the rim.
Eric Gordon finished second in the Sixth Man of the Year voting after winning the previous year. But what's even more astonishing is watching his development at his time in Houston. In New Orleans, often it looked like he was lost. But there's no doubt about it. In H-Town last year, he found a second life.
Cleans it up. Offensive board. Tucker. Bad pass there. Clippers have it. The pass taken away by the Clippers.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Beyond the arc for 3. Always has a chance for Tucker, but not that time. And look out.
Man, they are just continuing to pour it on. But the one thing we know about in this league, you have to make sure that you continue to play with energy because leads can evaporate quickly.
And a whistle.
Welcome to New Age basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
Beverly, that's his 3rd personal foul.
Knocks down the first.
Into the game for the Houston Rockets, number 1, Iman Shumpert.
Goes 2 for 2. Kawhi Leonard here against P.J. Tucker. And throws it down.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat 5, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Harden. Fires the 3, buries it on the catch and shoot.
The eyes of the shooter say everything. His eyes pretty much said, are you sure you want to give me the ball here?
Short jumper won't fall.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jumper.
Oh, whistle.
He took a chance. That's the right call.
And hits the first free throw. 2 for 2 on that trip. Leonard. Well defended. That'll do it. 3rd quarter complete. And a nice advantage right now for the Clippers. It'll be Rockets basketball here as we start the 4th quarter. And I think the best way to describe where they stand right now is they're down, but they're not out.
It's a game we used to play in the league all the time. It's called a series of stops. That means get 3 stops in a row. Each game is a game within the game. You get 3 stops in a row, and then another 3 stops in a row, you're right back in this ballgame.
Leonard, he's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Williams across the timeline. The lead stands at 9 with a drop step. With the basket after a nice drop step. Harden. Down to Fareed. Kenneth Fareed powers it down.
And that is the sign of an unselfish team. When everybody in transition thinks they have a chance to get the ball because you have a willing passer, somebody willing to make other players on his team look great, that's only going to force your players to play that much harder on offense and give you more energy on the defensive end.
To George. 4-3. Paul George can't get that one to go. Defense all over him. To Beverly. George. Message received. Well defended.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Nothing going here on that drive. To Faried. Knocked loose. Clippers have it.
You got to go for the score here right now in this possession.
Clint Capella snatching it out of the air.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Westbrook into the front court. The deficit now up to a dozen. And they call it.
His timing was a tad bit off.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. We get a whistle. And it's for Houston as they'll make sure they're all on the same page here in the fourth quarter.
For the safety of our players, we ask that you refrain from any flash photography during the game. Thank you for your cooperation.
Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. Harden
17, PJ Tucker.
gets a shot up off the mark.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
Offensive rebound, grabs his own miss, and scores. Good concentration.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
And Kawhi Leonard buries the three with a hand in his face.
And watching all these great shooters on the floor at once, it almost mesmerizes me. It's like you're watching the shot in slow motion, the backspin. It gives off the feel that the ball's going in every time. That'll be a winning formula in overtime every time. Answer a 2 on one end with a 3 on the other. Ed, tell me if I'm wrong, but I think a 3 is more than a 2, correct?
That is great math, my friend. It was contested, but Paul George still dials in for 3. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively and he makes those clutch shots, it re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
And he's fouled, and he earns a trip to the line.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
First one, count it.
Entering the game for Los Angeles, number 22.
And gets both to drop at the line. Clippers have the basketball. Cruises inside for 2.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up.
Oh, baby.
2 points.
To Leonard. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Can't go down. Smothering defense.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Now that's a contest.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Harkless to Paul George. And too much contact.
Ed, you can't lunge like that.
Green with the basketball. His guy's down 11. Harden in a matchup with Harkless. Here comes the screen. Patrick Beverly, huge block.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Leonard to George. Going to launch beyond the arc. And Paul George, not sure why they left him that wide open. Takes advantage.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
Oh, a whistle.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
James Harden, couple of free throws on the way. He's perfect from the line so far. First one goes down. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. George, that's how you defend. Long key from three-quarters court. It's the Clippers who come away with the victory as they win this one handily. That does it. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.